Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I especially want to thank the constituents who've joined me today to share their stories and the members of the press that are here covering this important topic that too often doesn't get enough attention. The work congressional offices do every day to help people, even when Washington grinds to a halt. I'd also like to thank Dr. Bill Mullaney, president of Rockland Community College, for joining us today. Let me start by saying what I've said repeatedly, that a government shutdown is not a strategy. It's a failure. Hardworking Americans deserve a functioning Congress and Washington that funds essential services and passes bipartisan appropriations bills on time. Even in the middle of this shutdown, however, my team and I are continuing to fight for the Hudson Valley and to make sure our neighbors can still get the help they need from federal agencies. Since taking office in January 2023, our office has closed more than 7,500 constituent cases and returned nearly $38 million to residents through the IRS, Social Security, Medicare, the VA, and other agencies in the federal government. That's real money back in people's pockets and real results for Hudson Valley families. You'll hear from a few of our constituents today who turned to our office when they couldn't get answers anywhere else. Their stories remind us why this work matters and why keeping the government open and responsive is so critical. And it's precisely why I voted to fund the government and keep it open. At the same time, we're continuing to fight for long-term investments across New York's 17th District. This year, my office submitted more than $50 million in community project funding requests for 15 local projects in Rockland, Putnam, and Westchester counties, projects to modernize water systems, improve infrastructure, and strengthen our local economies. Whether it's securing funding for our local communities, expanding access to federal help through mobile office hours, or just picking up the phone when a constituent calls, that's what this job is all about. And so to everyone here today, thank you for sharing your stories and for trusting us to help. And to those watching, if you're struggling to get help from a federal agency, reach out. We're here to serve you, and we'll do everything we can to deliver results. And I especially want to thank my team, the staff, especially within the district office, that does so much of the constituent work on a day-to-day basis, closing over 7,500 cases in less than 3 years. They work tirelessly on behalf of this district and serving everybody, regardless of their political perspective, where they come from, or who they are. That is the job, and I am proud of the work that my staff does on a daily basis. With that, we're going to have a few folks come up and say a few words. I'm going to start with Guy Gebbia, the former commander of the V.F.W. Post 9215, which we are currently in, Vietnam U.S. Navy veteran, and the 2025 Rockland Veteran of the Year. Guy?
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. All right, thank you very much. I want to have a very, very short thank you and a sincere, grateful thank you to Mike and Congressman Lawler for his help. For a very, very long and overdue episode that I went through. So I've been waiting on a decision from the VA from 2015. And thanks to Congressman Lawler and his team, I finally got that approved and settled after all those years. And I received my claim and my disability. I'm very thankful and grateful to him. This aging veteran can't say thank you enough. And I tried to get it done by many different means. And once I contacted Mike's office, it was resolved in a very, very reasonable amount of time. And again, I thank you very much for your assistance.
Thank you, Guy. I'd now like to call up Dr. Bill Mullaney, president of Rockland Community College, to share a few words.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. Rockland Community College plays a vital role in strengthening our region, preparing students for careers, supporting local employers, and helping families build better lives. Our work is only possible through strong partnerships with community and government leaders who share that commitment. We're especially grateful to Congressman Lawler and his team for their continued support of RCC and our students. A recent example of that assistance they provided to the Campus Fun and Learn Child Development Center. Located on our Suffern campus, they offer high-quality childcare to RCC students, faculty, staff, and families across the county. When the center faced some delay in receiving more than $170,000 through the IRS Employee Retention Program, the Congressman's office stepped in. His team, including Darlene Brienza, worked closely with our own Andrew Giuseppe and the IRS Taxpayer Advocate Service to resolve the issue. Within weeks, the funds were released, ensuring the center could stay open and continue serving the families who rely on it. We truly appreciate this collaboration and the Congressman's broader support for education and workforce development in the county. We look forward to continuing this relationship with him into the future. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is Scott Nappy from Valley Cottage. Scott contacted our office for help with a Social Security issue, and my team worked closely with him to make sure that he got the support he needed. Scott, please come up.
Just want to say thank you to Congressman Lawler's office. Last January, I was told by Social Security Disability Insurance that the PTSD that I suffer from, that I've been on disability for the last 8 years, I was magically cured of because there wasn't enough medical documentation to support my disability. Long story short, we ended up finding out that the Social Security office never investigated, looked into it. They just made a hard, cold decision to say, denied. I quickly contacted State Senator Bill Weber's office, who directed me to Congressman Lawler's office. And with the help of Francesca Kearns from his office, I was reinstated back on my SSDI by the end of February. So there was no hiccup or time lapse in the time that I thought that I was going to lose my disability insurance. But if I did, that was pretty much, it's my livelihood. It would have put me out on the streets. It would have left me homeless, and I have a family. But thanks to Congressman Lawler's office, that didn't happen, and I can't thank him enough for everything that he's done. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to introduce a member of my staff, Seema Rock. Seema has been with me since my time in the New York State Assembly. And since coming to Congress, Seema has assisted hundreds of constituents on immigration matters, among many other topics. Seema will share a statement from Maria Esther Pineda Reyes, a constituent from Muncie, New York, that my office was able to assist on an immigration case. Unfortunately, she was unable to join us today due to an illness, but Seema will read a statement from her.
When I first reached out to Congressman Lawler's office, I was hoping for help with my green card application so that I could stay here and raise my family alongside my husband, who is a U.S. citizen. Team Lawler not only helped move my case forward quickly, they also went above and beyond to help my 5-year-old son Liam get his visa appointment expedited at the U.S. Embassy in the Dominican Republic. Thanks to their help, Liam is now here with me, starting school and adjusting his new life in our community. I'm so grateful for Congressman Lawler and his team for helping make my dream of raising my family together here in America a reality. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Seema. Our next speaker is Alir Zika from Tapan. Alir reached out to our office earlier this year for help with his immigration petition for his wife. After going through a difficult recovery from a serious car accident, he wanted nothing more than to have his wife by his side. here in New York, and my team was able to help expedite his case. And I'm happy to share that his wife is now here with him. Alir, please come up and share your story.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, I'm Eller. I live in Japan, and I reached other offices, but Mike Lawler office reached back to me right away and were very helpful, and this decision was made, and it took 2 years. It was made in a week. Thanks to Congressman Lawler. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Alir. Now we have Luis Brancano, a small business owner from Garnerville. He needed an expedited request for his green card because he needed a real ID to travel for his son's graduation from drill instruction school as a sergeant in the Marine Corps. Joining him will be Julie Gomez from my office. Julie, along with Seema, has handled a lot of immigration casework and has really done a great job being present in the Latino community in our district, which accounts for about 19% of my district. So Julie will help with translation.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Luis Broncano. Soy propietario de un pequeño negocio en Garnerville. A principios de este año me comuniqué con la oficina del congresista Lawler para solicitar ayuda con la agilización de mi solicitud de tarjeta verde. Necesitaba viajar para asistir a la graduación de mi hijo en la escuela instructora de entrenamiento del Cuerpo de Marina de los Estados Unidos. Uno de los momentos más orgullosos de mi vida, pero no podía hacerlo sin ninguna identificación real válida. El equipo del congresista Lawler tomó mi caso de inmediato, colaboró con las agencias federales correspondientes y ayudó a avanzarle el proceso a tiempo para que pudiera estar presente en la graduación de mi hijo. Estoy muy orgulloso con el congresista y su equipo de trabajo y pronta respuesta. Gracias.
Good afternoon. My name is Luis Broncano, and I'm a small business owner in Garnerville. Earlier this year, I reached out to Congressman Lawler's office for help expediting my green card application. I needed to travel to attend my son's graduation from drill instruction school in the United States Marine Corps. One of the proudest moments of my life, but I couldn't do so without a valid real ID. Congressman Lawler's team immediately took my case, working with the appropriate federal agency, and helped me move the process forward in time for me to be there for my son's big day. I'm very thankful to the congressman and his staff for their dedication and responsiveness.
Thank you, Luis and Julie. Now ask Ms. Rita Kelly from New City to come up. Rita was having difficulty resolving a matter with Social Security and turned to our office for help, and I'm glad that we were able to do so. Rita?
Hi, everybody. I recently found myself in need of getting a Social Security card so I could secure also the valid ID so I could travel. When I called the Social Security office, I found out that they were closed for some repairs. So I said, I'm going to call the congressman's office. And fortunately, I reached out, and Donna answered the phone, and she was very personable and efficient. She took my information and said she'd see what she could do. And within a day or two, I got a call back from Donna, and she said that on the first day the Social Security office would be open, I would have an appointment. And lo and behold, on the first day the office opened, I had the appointment. And now I can go to Florida for the winter. Thank you. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you so much.
I love it. And finally, Brian Pearson, someone who is well known throughout Rockland and respected, and came to the United States many years ago, and under the Good Friday agreements, has been here for many years, but was having difficulty with respect to his status and work authorization, so that he can continue to collect the benefits he is due. And so we were happy to get that resolved earlier this past month, and happy that Brian is in a much better situation today than just a few weeks ago. So with that, I will ask Brian to come up and say a few words. Thanks, Brian.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. I would like to thank Mike Lawler's office and his office personnel, for inviting me here today, to thank them for their efforts in getting me back established again with my Social Security. My legal documents are kind of very fragile as part of the Good Friday Agreement, and it's a process we have to go through every year to get it processed, and the last number of years has been proven kind of difficult. Last year it overran by 2 months, which means my Social Security and Medicare benefits had stopped, and that's very concerning for me and my family. But this year it was more concerning because this year it overran almost 6 months, and this is where we called Mike's office to help us with getting this legal document processed. And I must say, our phone calls with the office, with Donna, Seema, and Julie have been tremendously comforting to us in getting things done, because sitting without your Social Security and Medicare is very concerning, because you have to make sure that your health is in pretty good shape, otherwise you're in a bit of much trouble. But having said that, we're at a stage there now, and I think we can get this resolved. I have my card, I have my legal process in my pocket, which is good. So it's just a matter of waiting now and getting the re-established into the system. So Mike, thank you very much for your efforts. Thanks to the ladies in the office for your efforts. You're, again, very comforting when we call you. My wife and I are very thankful for you. So once again, thank you very much, and have a good day, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Well, I want to close by thanking all the constituents who joined us today, and again, thanking my staff for the phenomenal work they do day in, day out, dealing with the complexities of these cases, the bureaucracy that, oftentimes it shouldn't take it, but too often requires intervention from our congressional office. And really trying to work through the unique individual cases that come before us. No one case is the same. There's always challenges to be overcome, but my staff works tirelessly to address it and to work through it, and to make sure that they do so professionally every day. And I think, in part what I said earlier, this is the important work that gets done. Oftentimes the focus is on the politics of Washington, D.C., or what the fight of the day is. But this is the important work, and to be able to close over 7,500 cases, bring back over $38 million in benefits due to constituents, that matters. It matters to people's day-to-day lives, and it's the work that doesn't get the level of attention that it should, but is necessary to help represent our constituents. And so I'll just close by saying anyone should reach out to my office anytime they have an issue, whether it be with the IRS or Social Security or Medicare or immigration or veterans benefits, or dealing with any federal agency. We are there to help, and they can reach out to us anytime, and we will do everything in our power to resolve the case and resolve it expeditiously. So appreciate you all being here, appreciate you sharing your stories, and look forward to many more cases to come. So God bless. Thank you.